It is no secret that I love Tudor as a brand, and the Black Bay 36 is perhaps my second most favorite watch in the entire Tudor offerings. But there is no such thing as a perfect watch. In this video, I will present you with 4 reasons to love the Black Bay 36, as well as 4 more reasons as to why you should stay far away from it. Hopefully, this will give you a balanced view to help you decide if the Black Bay 36 is for you. Let's get into it. Let's start with the only neutral point I have, and that is the price. I always thought the Black Bay 36 is one of the best value for money watches in its price range, and it represents a very good entry point to the Tudor brand. But my view has changed since the introduction of the new Ranger. The Black Bay 36 comes in at £2,420 on the metal bracelet, and that is exactly the same price as the new 2022 Ranger. The Ranger is technically and objectively better than the Black Bay 36, and you cannot argue with that. Why? The Ranger has a better movement with almost double the power reserve, and it also has the new T-Fit adjustment system. Also, the new Ranger has a bigger case, which means more metal is being used. And yet, despite all the upgrades, the Ranger is still priced at exactly the same price as the Black Bay 36. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of the Ranger, it has to take the crown as the best value for money watch in the £2,500 price point. But if you are comfortable with buying pre-owned watches, there are some great deals on the Black Bay 36 out there in the secondary market, and you should be able to pick one up at a steep discount, which can make the Black Bay 36 more attractive from a value standpoint. By the way, I owned the silver dial Black Bay 36 in the past, and I sold it to a watch finder. You can find out how much I lost in one of my videos if you are interested. I will leave a link in the description box down below. Now, let's move on to my first like, and that is the size. Unlike most other Tudor offerings where a model only comes in one size, this Black Bay range comes in 3 different sizes. There is a 32mm case which is mainly marketed to women, and a 36 or 41mm case mainly marketed to men. I think this is great because this Black Bay lineup can be a couple watch, and there is always a size that fits you. And for those who like the classic 36mm Rolex case but find it a bit too small, I would highly recommend you to check out the Black Bay 36. It wears a little bit bigger than the Datejust 36 or the Explorer 36, and you would probably like the wearing experience of the Black Bay if you find the Rolex case a bit too small for your liking. Next is the dial layout and the handset. I am a big fan of simple watches, and you can probably tell by looking at my collection. I have a no-date Submariner, an Explorer, and my Black Bay 58 ×3. This Black Bay 36 is no exception. It is a no-nonsense simple free-handed watch with lume applied to all hands and markers. You will also get to experience the iconic snowflake hands which Tudor is famous for. The hands are well proportioned to the dial and with just 2 lines of text at the bottom. In this 36mm version, the dial doesn't look too empty nor does it look too busy. The proportion is just right in my opinion. Next is versatility. Similar to the Rolex Explorer, this Black Bay 36 is also a watch that you can take it with you to do anything. Not only does it work really well with formal attire, shout out to the black dial by the way, it also works really well in a casual setting. I would totally bring this blue variation to the pool with me in the summer. The steel Black Bay 36 currently comes in 3 different style configurations. Both the black and the silver are quite a safe and conservative option, whereas the blue is much more playful. Blue is by far my favorite of the 3 as I really like the rich glossy dial. The blue is very different to the blue found on the Black Bay 58. The Black Bay 58 has a matte dial texture, making the blue much more subtle compared to the Black Bay 36. Another reason why I love the BB 36 is because of the bracelet. I can honestly say that I do prefer the bracelet on the 36 over the BB 58. As some of you might know, I love my BB 58 to the point where I own 3 of them, so it is a pretty big deal for me to say that I prefer the bracelet on the BB 36. My biggest complaint on the BB 58 bracelet is the step style taper. It makes the watch look less refined and more industrial looking. And the bracelet on the BB 36 is my perfect solution. It tapers very smoothly throughout, and it has quite a similar brush finish fan on the Rolex bracelet. This is very well done by Tudor, and I wish the bracelet on the BB 58 has the same taper style. Another reason why the bracelet on the BB 36 is better than the BB 58 is because it does not have the rivets. I personally don't have a problem with rivets, but I know a lot of you are put off by it. I am happy to report there are no rivets on the BB 36, so if you hate rivets, you should definitely consider the BB 36. I hope you found this video helpful so far. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon if you like my content. I'll be posting more videos like this in the future. Now, let's move on to my dislikes. The biggest complaint I have on the BB 36 is the outdated movement, and more specifically, the 38 hours of power reserve. I consider 38 to be very low for modern standards, and I much prefer the 70 hours of power reserve found in the in-house movement. But since Tudor has upgraded the movement of the BB 36 SNG in 2022, I'm hopeful that Tudor will soon give the steel version the same upgrade. And when that happens, I think my wallet might not be very happy. My second dislike is the lack of easy adjustment. Unlike the modern Tudor watches where users can fine-tune bracelet size on the fly without any tool using the T-Fit system, the BB 36 does not have this feature. If you want to micro-adjust, you have to use the good old toothpick, making the resizing exercise much less user-friendly. My third dislike is the case profile. Even though Tudor has already slimmed down the BB 36 a lot compared to the BB Heritage, the case profile is still a bit too slab-sided to me. It also makes the watch look thicker than the actual case depth. I guess I have been spoiled by the Rolex Explorer or even my Omega Speedmaster, where the case profile is much more elegant and refined. The other thing I'm not a big fan of is the crown tube. I don't think it does anything functionally, so it seems to be purely a design choice by Tudor. The crown tube makes the crown stand out a bit more, and sometimes makes me wonder if I have left the crown unscrewed. I would prefer if Tudor has left this element out if I'm honest. Despite all my dislikes, I still think that the BB 36 is a fantastic watch, and I would still suggest people to at least consider the BB 36, but not before they try on the new SNG first. You should check out this video where I review the best kept secret on the BB 36 SNG, and you can thank me later. Cheers!